What is up? What is up, BetSlip family, BetSlip Nation? It's your boys. It's your boy Poolside Pat, who is the worst gambler on the show this month, and actually probably in general. And it is Rob the Parlay Guy, who is back after a huge hit yesterday. It is June 22nd, Sunday, second day of the week, first weekend of summer. Rob, how the heck are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for hopping in today.
Good. Just got back from being in the mountains right near Tennessee. Went to visit my grandparents. My grandfather's 95 and my grandmother's 91.
Oh, shout
So
out.
trying to get in as much time with them as I can. Um,
Love that.
I, crazy enough, this is a crazy stat. It has nothing to do with sports. They've been married for over 75 years.
Right
So
on, Bo.
they've been married longer than most people have been alive. So,
On, shout out to Grandma and Grandpa, bro. That's
but
awesome, dude.
But yeah, I
Absolutely.
had the 6 hour drive up for a couple of days just to spend some time with them because I'm trying to prioritize seeing them more as much as I can now.
Good. I
But
love
yeah,
that.
it was good. It was nice spending a couple of days in the mountains, and I think maybe that's what helped me with my picks yesterday to hit that parlay yesterday because I needed something to get me off of this slump I was on.
I,
Um,
I love I love it.
so the
Absolutely.
mountain air, hopefully the mountain air did me good, and we're going to turn this around for the second part of the month.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it. I'm in need of advice, but from you and a fellow gambler, fellow degenerate. I guess I think we could both admit that we are
That's
both
fair.
a little bit of
That's fair.
degenerates when it comes to so responsibly always. Um,
That's right.
but we will get to that because I need advice. I need to hear from a fellow friend, a fellow gambler. But we're gonna have a fun show. We've got a nice only hits parlay. We're back with an underdog slip. It's actually you'll see what I mean. It's actually a little bit different. Um,
Okay.
I don't really know how to explain it. Hopefully, I'll find the words when it comes up. And then obviously we have the tabletop and the records, which I reluctantly will show everybody because I have just been absolutely awful. But this is at Just the Bet Slip, so you can find us on all over social media. We are proudly presented by Fans First Sports Network, Fans First SN on Twitter, and I believe that's exactly what they are everywhere else. But if I'm wrong about that, you can find them just typing in Fans First
Mm.
Sports Network. Go check out all the articles. And as always, brother, go check out our podcast. We just did a collab with the Sports GPS on this last pod. I know you weren't able to join, but I'm sure you'll be there next this upcoming
Oh
week.
yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, we'll have some fun. I think we're gonna do the MLB trivia, but we'll
Yeah, I
see.
think
But
so.
yeah. We'll have
It's just
fun regardless.
we didn't have enough people for judges and stuff like that this past time. That's why we had to
Oh
take
yeah,
off.
yeah. But we will
But yeah,
we'll get it figured out, and I'm looking forward to that. And we'll just every Friday, right around 6 a.m. is generally when it gets dropped. Our guy, our master on the ones and twos, does a great job. So make sure you check that out. But before we go any further, why don't we do the thing that makes sure that we do not get in any trouble legally? And I should have already brought this up on my screen, but I am not the master like our guy CJ is as he limps around Busch Gardens today. I hope he hears this and yells at me. But there it is. It is the disclaimer. Number one, my friend, we are not paid professional gamblers. We do this show for fun and entertainment purposes only, and we hope that we bring that to you every single time that you see our beautiful faces. Number two, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford and only bet what you can afford to lose. And I will tell you right now, brother, because I adhere to number two on this disclaimer, that's my month could be a lot worse. But because I gamble responsibly, I am still able to have some fun gambling responsibly, but gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. And you could do so by simply calling 1-800-GAMBLERS, a national help hotline, to get the help that you or a loved one or friend might need. If you're 14 plus whatever I am down units wise and you're gambling more than you can afford, then you might need to call 1-800-GAMBLER. And we are not affiliated with or sponsored by any sportsbook. We want to make that clear. We are proudly presented by Fans First Sports Network. And if you are a sportsbook that listens or a representative of one, please slide into our DMs because that'd be awesome. So that is gambling can be addictive. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But gamble responsibly at your risk. And we are not paid professional gamblers. But Rob, you know the deal. You already know. What are we trying to do here on this great gambling show?
As bring you the hot tips
To
for your
help
bet slips.
your bet slips. Exactly. Let's get into it, my friend. Um, I'll start out with the advice because I want to ask you because we're very similar in our gambling habits. So I'm down bad. I've had an okay year unit wise, if I'm being honest. It could be better. And again, I gamble responsibly, so I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not doing anything like that. But this month particularly, not only is my record bad, but I'm down nearly 20 units.
Yeah.
What? I mean, first of all, I guess I have two-part question. One, you've had stretches like this, right? Like you've had stretches where and even this month you kind of did, and then now you kind of
I'm
bounced back. But
pretty sure I started this month 0 for 12. So, and that's on the show, and I was 0 for like 22 total. So you were not alone. It's only recently that I've hit like 3 of my last 5 to get back, and I've hit a couple. I've hit a couple off show also, which has gotten me back. But I was probably more units down total than you are right now at one point. So
yeah, I mean, we'll find out. Yeah.
yeah. But
And like, what do you do? Like, so second part of that question is like, what do you like if it, just for anybody listening or watching who might get into that stretch and enjoys gambling, always responsibly. Like, what is like your other than going into the mountains because that's not everybody can do that. But what like do you suggest or what would you tell me at least to do to get out of this rut?
Well, for myself, especially since I do parlays, I do a
Mhm.
couple of things. I'll speak on parlays and then I'll talk overall in general. But on parlays, for me, I try to take safer lines because, like, I know that like when we do PBs and stuff, especially with strikeouts, we push it a little bit because we're trying to get that plus 150,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But like, if you look at a line, even if it's somebody that's like a pitcher going against the Rockies and this pitcher gets 5 or 6 strikeouts every game, and they're gonna boost that to like 7 to get plus money against the Rockies because they're terrible and they strike out a lot. I
Mhm.
still try, even if it's minus 300 in that parlay, I still take the 5 strikeouts. I don't go beyond what he does. If he gets 14, so be it, right? But then I just try to build my parlay to build up enough with all those safe bets to get to the plus 200-300s that I do. So that's one thing that I do is I take a lot safer lines. Another thing is I also try to do less. Like instead of doing a 5-pick parlay or 6-pick parlay, I'll try to get down to a 3 if possible. I mean, 4 is where I usually end up getting to just to boost it up a little bit. But I'll do 3, and then I'll do the fourth one where it's almost like a guarantee, like
Mhm.
a bet that might be minus 500, but it'll give me another extra like 1% on it.
Yeah.
So I'll shorten it out for that's what I do for me. And I also I do the one for the show, and then I do a few 2, 3, 4 on my own.
Yep.
When I'm slumping that bad, I start slowing down on how much I'm doing off of the show. So, and I also make sure to never, and this is part of the responsible part, I never go beyond the unit that I set. For me, every bet I make, I bet $5. I don't go beyond that.
Love that.
So
That's such a good
I used
piece
I
of
used
advice.
to I used to get down and I'm like, no, I'm gonna start throwing $20 bets on the parlays, and that's how you lose a lot of money quick. Because you go 0-12 thinking I'm gonna hit one, and then you up your bets, all of a sudden you're down $300 when you'd only been down like $60.
Yeah, and so I forget the name of it. CJ said it a bunch of times that like the method of like doubling your bet on to make your money. I forget what he calls it. There's a word
So
for it, but
it's the
I can't.
Fibonacci sequence,
Okay.
and but that really only works if you're betting one specific bet every time. So like if I was betting Braves money line every day,
Hmm.
and I bet 5 today, they lost. 10 tomorrow, they lost. 20 the next day, they lost. Eventually, they're going to hit, and you're going to get your money back because if you keep doubling it, and then all it takes is you to win two in a row, and you're up money.
Yeah.
So that's that. But once you hit and you get back to even, then you go back to that $5 and then you start it over again. So over a long period of time, that will work. But that's a very long term strategy. And
I also feel like that kind of works better for like table games than it does
right,
sports betting. Yeah,
it
like
will work.
that's
It
more of
will
like a
work for
blackjack
stuff.
thing.
It's
Yeah,
not going to work for parlays per se because that's not a
yeah,
specific bet. Those change every day.
they
Like
change. Yeah,
it would work if you were doing like a very specific performance double every day. Like if I was always picking a hitter and a team to win,
right.
eventually those are going to link up at every now and then,
Yeah,
and you're getting plus money on that typically on the performance double. So that could work, and like in betting, but again, it's very specific to certain situations. It's not going to
mm-hmm.
work like on parlays, and if you're changing your bet every day, that's not going to work. So it's like you got to be betting the same thing every single day, and it's got to be a bet that you can bet every single day.
And what is the
So
word for what is the name of it again?
it's called the Fibonacci sequence.
I love that. Well, I
So
mean,
I know a guy that actually uses it in betting. So he goes out there and he looks for like something that's going to be good for like he looks at a line that a schedule for somebody, say Aaron Judge. He knows he's got these teams, like 15 teams that are all soft over the next 20 games. So then he'll say, okay, I'm going to do 2+ total bases every day for Aaron Judge. I'm going to start at $10 and I'm going to double it every day until it hits. Once it hits, I go back to the regular amount. And you're just basing the fact that he's going to hit it more than he doesn't. And if he does, you make money.
yeah,
And it does work. Like I think in the end, that is a winning strategy if you want to do it that way. But it's also you got to have a bankroll to do that
yeah,
because you could get down
real fast.
$200 quick because when you're
Yeah,
doubling bets, it goes
yeah,
even if you start at $5,
yeah,
like 3-4 days later you're betting 50
yeah.
bucks. Like
Yeah, yeah.
so,
And
it's a risk versus reward type of thing. Like you just have to know it's
yeah,
going to eventually hit. You can't give up on it. Like it's not for the weak to do that
yeah.
strategy. I'm not gonna lie.
And and I like what you said at the beginning of your which first of all, I needed this pep talk because makes me feel better about everything that I'm doing right now. And I'm still a young-ish gambler, but I've learned from my mistakes in the past to keep my unit the same for every bet,
Mhm.
no matter what it is. And I think that again, that's being responsible. And like as long as I know that I'm not going to be in the hole, like it's just for fun. At the
Right.
end of the day.
Well, me
And
and
can
you
I
both.
ask you? Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, me and you both also the part of the responsible is I know you do this and I do it as well. I have a bankroll for the month,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I'm not
Exactly.
going beyond that. So I bet
Yep.
that's why I set my units the way I do. Is even if I lose, I know that that bankroll is going to cover it.
Yep. I do the
So
same
I
thing.
know we both do that. So that's another good thing
Yeah.
that if you're having a down month and you're down 20 units, at
Yeah.
least you know that it's just that certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Yep.
and worse, and you already set that money aside. So, and
Yep.
then when you have the up months, you set it aside and you put that into the next
Exactly.
month.
I and
And
then you take that out and you put it you're up. Like
yeah,
you could be
so like for
down, but I'm
me,
never.
the previous 3 months I was up like 30 something units.
Yeah,
So
you
like,
were.
so I was able to have a bad month. It hurt because I don't want
Mhm.
to keep giving out picks to people that are
Same.
losing, even though
Same.
like. But I'm going to give a prime example of something that how betting is crazy because 2 nights ago we ended up not posting the video and we ended up not having a show, so it didn't get it out there, which I'm kind of glad. But I did a pick. I did, and it's not the bet. The bet was perfect, but I had two pitchers to get 6 strikeouts, one to get 5, and my last pitcher was Mackenzie Gore to get 5 strikeouts. He
Oh
was
yeah.
14 for 14 this year, going 5+ strikeouts. He had never not got 5 strikeouts. The six, and the 5 hit quickly, and Mackenzie Gore got to 4 strikeouts. He went 7 innings and didn't get 5 strikeouts. Like
Unbelievable.
it's a statistic and probability, but it happened, and that's the kind
Yeah.
of stuff that you have to be prepared to happen in gambling
Yeah.
because that's why it's gambling. If it wasn't gambling, you wouldn't make money on it if you win. So
And there's so many bets. Like I mean, again, because you are the parlay guy. There's so many you've missed by one leg, or you've missed by like that little bit, and that's the difference in being up units in a month or being down, and that's
right.
just the way it is. And the last question I want to ask, and then we can get into the segments. Well, two questions. How long? I don't know if I've ever asked you this. How long have you been actively putting in bets?
Um, I was not like everyday betting like I do now, but I've probably been betting for it, over 10 years for sure.
Yeah, I
But
think
me,
I'm right around there. Yeah.
I'm probably more like it's definitely more than 10 years. I'm trying to remember exactly because I used to have a friend that before we had this readily available to us like it is now. I had
Yeah.
a friend that had a guy that lived in Vegas and he would put bets in for us. We would send him the money and then he would send us like a bet slip
That
and we would
sounds
fill
good.
it out, send it to him, and send him the money. And when it hit, he would tell us how much the odds were, and when it hit, he would send us the money and send us our money back. And so that's how I bet. And so we were doing that like probably 15 or 20 years ago, but I wasn't doing that like every single day. That was more of a
Yeah.
couple of times a week type of thing back then. And then
Well,
I've been
especially
doing fantasy
football.
football and daily fantasy
Yeah.
since the
Right.
beginning of, as soon as it started, I was doing that. And I've been doing regular fantasy football since uh,
I was.
Edgerrin James, like
Yeah. Yeah.
Emmitt Smith,
Since I was like 12
Marshall
years old, I've
Faulkner.
been doing
Yeah, right.
fantasy football. Yeah.
I think Small World. Small World was the first online fantasy football website ever created, and I was on it. So
That's unbelievable. No, I love it. I mean, and you know what? And to be honest with you, like, yeah, we'll have our down months, but we'll also have our good months, and that's why I think this is the best gambling show on the planet because we're honest, and we really we keep it real. We keep it 100 with all the people. So, um, my second question though is we don't have to, but because I had said yesterday, I don't know if you caught the show, but if I had told because CJ was giving a master class on gambling and everything, which was I love talking about that stuff. I could
mhm.
listen to him talk about his casino days all day. Um, but I had said that we haven't we it was 0-0. We hadn't done a performance double all month. So
Right.
he threw out one randomly, which happened to be, which I'm very proud of, Sonny Gray and the Cardinals, which hit. Um, are you willing to do with me? We'll add a segment on the fly, and I can put it in as we go. And you want to do a performance double
Yeah,
segment today?
we can do that. And
All
funny
right.
enough, last night in my parlay, there was a performance double within the parlay. It was Merrill Kelly 6+ strikeouts and Diamondbacks win, and
And the Diamondbacks, yeah, yeah.
that was the last leg of the parlay that I was sweating last night.
Well,
But yeah,
that's what I was saying on the show. I mean, I'm sure you probably had the same thought. It was the Rockies, so had to go because
and
I had Diamondbacks -1.5. So
I have another one in my parlay today actually. So
all right, yeah, you want to rock it? I'll bring it up and
yeah,
I'll do it live. All right, let's.
yep,
I'm not going to say the F word, but screw it, we'll do it live.
that's right.
Let's yeah, let's do it. All right, cool. All right, we'll do that right now. There he is. There's the king. I know it's a little small right now, but we will. I'll blow this up once we have our performance doubles. I actually know exactly which one I'm gonna do, but why don't you make yours? I'll make mine, and we'll go from there.
All right,
What do you got? What do you got, brother?
I've got Chris Bassett 5+ strikeouts
I love it, love it.
and Blue Jays money line.
5+ Ks and Blue Jays money line. And what did you get that at?
It is I think it's minus. It's -1.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly, because they want it's the White Sox and the White Sox strike out a lot, so they want you to move the strikeouts to 6. But again, that's where I talk about playing it safe when you're
Yeah,
when you're not having a good month. So -115, you're gonna bet 10, you're gonna get back 18. So you're giving up like $2. But it's worth it to just get this hit. You don't want to be the guy that bet that with 6 strikeouts and he gets 5 just to get the +100, but then you lose your money anyway. So the
yeah,
extra $2
yeah.
is not worth risking it.
And
And
I,
I feel really
and
good about the 5, but
yeah, and sorry,
outside
what
of
did you
that,
get it again? What did you get it at again? I'm sorry.
-115.
Oh, that's I mean that's like CJ always says. It's pretty much
Yeah, it's
even
pretty
money.
close to even
Yeah,
money. Yeah.
yeah. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do that. You know what? CJ told me when I run the show, I can have some fun with my graphics, so I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna go a little bit of a different route. Well, similar but different. I'm going back to the D-backs, bro.
I don't
Um,
blame you.
the Rockies are. doo. What's Dookie
Dookie
shoes?
shoes. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what Kel
yeah,
likes to say. Dookie
I
shoes.
I love that. I miss Kel, by the way. I hope he's doing good. Um, well, and I'm sure he'll be back soon. Um, I'm going Brandon. It's out. Speak of Kel.
Fop.
Uh, one of his boys. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. How do you say it? Do you know how to say it?
It's Fop.
Fought. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Kel likes to call him fat. That's why he
Yeah,
loses
fat.
every time he bets on him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure. Well, okay. Well, now I don't know if I feel good about this, but I'm going, as you can see, and let me blow this up so people can see it. I want to actually make this a little bit bigger. This is called going on the fly, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
This
That's
is
what we
this
do
is
when it's me and Pat. This is what happens.
this is what happens. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But there it is. Look at him. Look at this guy with his little baby arm. Uh, his crown, and he's definitely hammered in that picture. Um, that's Rob the parlay guy. He's got Bassett, which I love, and you'll see why shortly. Um, and the Blue Jays money line, and then I guess I have to click the button for mine. There it is. And I've got Mr. Fat 5+ Ks, and we actually had the conversation yesterday, me and Siege, about exactly, which is, I mean, I know you guys have been friends for a while. Um, which is exactly what we talked about is they want you to take the one extra strikeout. Like
They do.
they're setting these lines, especially we're the Craft Sings guys, just for
Right.
those that that they're begging you to take that extra strikeout. But if you maybe do a performance double of the day instead, you can get one less strikeout, add a money line, or add, oh, I didn't put what I got it at. Let me put that. Um, and you can still you could kind of not I don't want to say cheat the system, but you can kind of you know. And again, you could have a situation like you had with Mackenzie Gore where he just doesn't. That's sports. Like he just doesn't
Yeah.
get
I mean,
that fifth
all the
strikeout.
strikeouts turn into groundouts, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
all of a sudden, he's only got 4 when he's never gotten 5. But
And you know what? They won the game, didn't they? So he doesn't
they did
care.
what?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he went 7 innings. I mean, he was
yeah,
efficient. He just wasn't
yeah.
getting strikeouts.
Yeah, quality start.
So
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
it's
and I'm
what
pretty
are you
sure it's
gonna
the
do?
first time the Nationals has won a game in like a
They
week and a
beat the
half.
Dodgers, right? They beat
Yeah,
the Dodgers. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
So there you go.
that snapped like a 11 game losing streak. I think.
Love it. But yeah, hey, there you go. So we're 1-0 on the month after CJ bravely took Sonny Gray and the Cardinals yesterday. But there you go. You know what? Me and the parlay guy are putting our money where our mouth is,
I,
and
I
we're
will
we're
tell
gonna
you
try.
the one that you just put up there. I almost put in my parlay today. The only
Woo!
reason I didn't is because thought scares me sometimes.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
the Rockies. So don't get me
yeah,
wrong. The Rockies strike out like 13 times a game.
yeah,
Like they strike out a lot.
yeah,
But they also have not been hitting terribly lately. Like
yeah.
even in the game the other day, they lost 11-7. I mean, they're getting hits, and Fott didn't even get out the first inning. The last outing he did, I mean, I think he gave up 8 runs in less than 1 inning or something.
And
Um,
you put a guy in the next segment that did you see he just hit his 300th home run, and he's like,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
crazy to even like think
Well,
about.
he's on my fantasy team, so I see every single thing he does.
Yeah, yeah. That's why do you think I put a couple guys in there? Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
but it's not like the Diamondbacks are world beaters, you know.
no,
It's
but I mean they're good. They're a good offensive team.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and but if Fott gets 5 strikeouts, that's hitting because they're gonna
yeah.
win. They're gonna win this game by more than 1.5. So
Yeah, 1.5 scares me always, but if I had done the money line, not only this would probably be less than 115. It would probably be, I don't even know. I mean, actually, I could probably just see right now.
I mean, it
I'll
might have
tell you.
been close, but it probably would have been like
140 or
150.
it's still
One.
still money, still plus. It would have been 140. You know what? I'm putting that in too. Screw it. I'll choose the money line and -1.5 because
Why
we're just
not?
degenerates. Yeah, why not?
But
Yeah.
just in case they win by 1, it'll cancel itself out.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I'll still win something. See, responsibly, one-handed gambler. All right. But here, let's get to a segment that we haven't done in a while. Speaking of segments we haven't done in a while, we did the performance doubles of the day, and now I think I have this right. Yes, look at that blue screen. You know exactly what's coming when you see that. You know exactly what's coming. There it is. We've got our lady Emma up top left. Shout out. We've got our boy in the bottom right, the cutest little Kel dog of all time, along with our other two mainstays. And I'll tell you, again, I don't really know how to explain this, but you'll see in just 1 second. Bang. So you had yes sirs +7. I happen to have them money line. So
Okay.
it is obviously you cannot parlay that, but it is a twofer. So
Okay. So pick your
I'm gonna
poison.
it,
Pick your
that's
poison.
exactly what the words I didn't know what to say. Pick your poison. Take the points or ride with the money
Hey,
line. Why don't you explain why you're confident in the +7, and then I'll
honestly,
explain why I'm confident in the money line.
here's what I'm gonna say. This was mostly a vibe pick in order to ride with you because I know you have that bet on the Pacers to win the championship. So
Yes,
I
sir.
wanted to ride with you, and the
Thank
Pacers
you.
did look very, very good defensively in that last game. They surprised me how good they looked defensively in that last game, and they're starting to get some role players to really step up. And I think that's what's really making the change because Halliburton now doesn't have to have this monster game in order for them to win. They're proving they can win with role players. I mean,
Yes.
McConnell, look at that guy. Like that guy's going off all of a sudden.
Oh,
They need
dude.
they need to start giving him a lot more time, to be honest,
Oh
because
yeah.
he's been torching OKC when he's on the court. Um, you know, I just feel I did +7 because I feel like even if they don't end up winning this game, I feel like it's a game 7. There's going to be a lot of high energy. They're going to leave it all on the court. I think both teams, it's going to end up being a down to the wire type of game. So I thought getting 7 points was enough to be confident in this bet. But I also understand the money line bet because you're going to get a lot better odds and they could easily win this game.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I love that explanation. I mean, don't get. Would I be shocked if the Thunder boat race them? Absolutely not. Not at all. But it's game 7. The Pacers have clearly shown that they can hang. 7 does seem like a lot. Like
Right.
I actually would be shocked if it was like a 10, 15 point game. Um, so that's why I do like the. And I took both of these, by the way. And yes, again, thank you for remembering. I did put in a May bet. I think it was right when the playoffs started. I don't know when the playoffs started. It was probably right when the playoffs started. I took the Pacers to win the championship. So I obviously have I have a skin in the game, as they say.
Right.
Um, and shout out to the Florida Panthers because I actually I forgot about both of the bets. I put in a Panthers bet in April and I put in a Pacers bet in May, and I totally forgot that I did both of those things. So, responsibly. Um,
Well, on the plus side, those two things could help out this month at your plus minus 300.
yeah, yeah,
You know, those are bets you made outside of this month that could save you for this month. If you
absolutely.
if you
Oh,
count those
dude,
in
the
your units,
Panthers,
it doesn't look so grim.
bro, it's not going to help my record because I'm not going to count
Right.
it towards the show's record because I don't think I ever said it on the show. But oh yeah, absolutely. I'm doing okay because I do it responsibly. Again,
Right.
1-800 gambler. Let's just be responsible. But I put the Pacers money line in parentheses because again, and you said it perfectly. Pick your poison, and this is what your poison's at. It's either the -110, so pretty much even for taking the points, or what I got it at Craft Sings, shout out, 215. And I think both are pretty good values. And I think that if, well, obviously 7 can hit and Moneyline can't hit, but if both of these hit, we're counting that as 2-0. So,
All right.
I mean, if the
That's
Pacers
fair.
win, then we both win. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
uh, and I took both of them for
What I wish you
this.
had done when you made those two bets was then put them together because that would have been like plus 4,000 had you done that.
What do you mean?
You could
Oh,
you could
oh,
parlay championship bets.
oh,
So if you would have
the Panthers and the
if
Pacers.
you would have put
Yeah,
the Panthers and Pacers together,
yeah.
you probably got that at like plus 4,000.
I know. Well, come on, man. Why you gotta do that to me? I'm already down like 15 units this month. You gotta say that. Come on. Let's be
What
civil.
made me think about it is I don't know if you followed this guy on TikTok that had that where he has like a six
Oh,
championship leg that
yeah,
he got over $100,000 offers
yeah.
and he didn't take any of them and he ended up having Edmonton
He
and I
didn't
think
take the cash out.
he turned down 100 and up to 110,000
And
and I
wasn't it like how much did he even bet? Well, he didn't put too much
he
money
bet
on it. I don't
he
think.
bet it was $13.
Oh my goodness, dude.
He's
Oh,
been and so I think he ended up doing a bunch of hedging where he was hedging his bets by betting strongly on the opposition to make money still, and he got a lot of followers. Like he got a lot of money
that's
streams
crazy.
from TikTok from that whole thing. But to me it was insanity that he didn't take the 110,000.
Bro, I'll tell you what, and I think the guy that I'm about to add to the stage would agree with us. If I have a $13 bet and I'm getting offered $100,000 cash out, I'm taking that and we're going to
It
Vegas.
would have
But
never got to
speaking,
100,000 because when it got to 40,000, I would have hit the button immediately. So
yeah, exactly. But let's bring him in. He's gimping around Busch Gardens. It's our boy CJ. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? I'm at the Gardens, chilling while my son's playing in the Oscars Jeffrey Forest. I can pop in for a little bit and then I gotta get back to the fan, but
Uh,
figured I'd
Are you
jump in real
standing?
quick. Yeah, I'm standing. I'm not. It's definitely my back is still a little messed up, but it's not terrible. So
Can I,
we're able to hobble through the day. I have like on the right side of my lower back, I feel like I have an egg just chilling back there. So it's a great time.
how did the party go and how did the grilling go? I got your picture, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The
how did
grilling was
everything go?
fun. Burger dogs were good. We had the yard games. Um, we had a good time with friends, family. Ponies were fun. My son rode the pony for 3 laps. He did 3 laps of the pony because he's three.
Love that.
Um, and uh, and then we jumped in the little pool that was there, so that was fun. But yeah, so now we're enjoying Busch Gardens in the what feels like the face of the sun
Love it.
out here right now. It
Well,
is not very advantageous for me
do,
as a fat man.
do you? Oh no, absolutely not. But you know what? You're a warrior, and you're joining in because you are the best, the PD King himself. Did you see? I don't know if you saw, but we did an impromptu. I'm getting better with the digits here. Um, we did an impromptu performance doubles
Okay,
because you
and we
hit
hit
yours
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we hit
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, did you want me to? Did you want to be on the tabletop, or do you want to just verbally give your
No, I'll
picks
just
at some point?
verbally give some
Okay,
stuff.
that's
I
no
don't
problem.
even know really what's going on. I'll have to look at stuff while you're
And
talking
we
because I haven't even looked.
and you know how we had I was telling Rob that we had the conversation yesterday about like casino odds and all that. And so I'll ask you because I asked Rob and he gave me a really good answer. I'm in a rut, and I do it responsibly. I always gamble responsibly, and we've talked about it. What would you do? Because you've had bad months on this show, like we all have. What is your method of trying to break that funk when you're losing bets at a more consistent rate than you're winning? What would you say to the people that are gambling?
You can either do two things. You can either double down and go harder, or you can
That's
just
what he said.
give yourself a mental break for like 2 days. Give yourself a reset. I highly recommend. I recommend this. Not that I do it, but I recommend the mental break for a couple days.
Yeah,
I'm a DJ, so I just double down.
that's what he said. And what is that called again? Rob, I think you guys might have called it different things. Rob, what did you call the method? The double down method?
Well, the double down, specifically the one that was the Fibonacci sequence. I don't know, it's really if you're doing it with multiple different bets, it's just being a degen. To be honest, he's right. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
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 It's the martingale system in
Martingale,
That's
yeah.
Martingale. Is it
Yeah.
that same thing?
where so
It's
martingale is when
similar.
you lose.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Fibonacci sequence in betting, right? So the
Oh,
Fibonacci
okay.
sequence
Yeah.
is the double every time. That's what casino bettors use. It's called the martingale system, which you simply just, okay, I lost this one for $1, I'm betting $2. Okay, I lost that one for 2, I'm betting 4. I lost that one for 4, I'm betting 8. I lose that one for 8, I'm betting 16. And you keep going,
Yeah.
and then you're just sitting here going, the law of averages, I have to get it. So there's either
That's what
two
Rob said.
ends. Either the
Yeah.
law of averages hits and you win one,
Yeah.
and then you have all your money back with the win of the initial bet, right?
That's what Rob said.
Or you run out of your bankroll and then you just quit
Yeah.
gambling forever.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That, there's only two ends to that. Casinos mark themselves on martingale system because they give you max. Like the table max of the casino is literally there to prevent the martingale system from like
Yep.
a millionaire just coming and taking it for $100,000 because they don't care. They
Yeah.
can just keep doubling and doubling and doubling until things happen. So.
I could listen to the two of you talk gambling and casino stuff all day. One of the Just the BetSlips again podcasts. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify at Just the BetSlips. Um, comes out every Friday, 6 a.m. Oh, look at that! Look at that! No way! Let me see that shirt again. Come
Oh
on,
yeah,
show it one more
the
time.
old Scott. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that is beautiful. I never saw. I didn't see a dime from any of that. So whatever. But no, I could listen. One of our podcasts. I'm just gonna have you guys just go back and forth about gambling. But yeah, no, I love it, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling positive, and hopefully we hit some bets. But speaking of bets, why don't we get to our next one? It is a new, very fun segment that we do on the show, and we'll see what both Rob and CJ think about it. It is only hits, baby. So the top two were picked by Rob. I picked the bottom three. So Rob, why don't you go ahead and tell us why you think Mr. Acuna and your boy Suarez are going to get hits today?
All right. Well, Cooner has 25 hits in 18 games, and he's got a hit in 16 of those 18 games.
On
He is
fire. He's on fire.
he's hitting everything right now.
Yeah.
And the Braves are starting to turn the corner. I don't want to get too much hope, but they're starting to look good. Now, they did just lose Chris Sale for what is probably 2 months
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
broke a rib. But their hitting is picking up. Their pitching is starting to look really good. So I feel good about that one. And then Suarez is also hitting pretty good. He's got 22 hits in his last 18 games. And they're facing the Rockies. So Rockies pitching is not good. Suarez has been hitting the ball a ton, and he usually hits for power. So I feel pretty good about Suarez as well.
I love it. Why don't CJ? Why don't you tell us who again? And so my thought with this, by the way, was other than I did not put Aaron Judge in there because he leads the majors in hits, but two of the five guys in this list are in the top four of hits, and one of those is your boy Trey Turner. So tell me why Trey Turner is going to get a hit today, if you don't mind.
Leading, up in the top of the Phillies
We'll
lineup.
be right back.
They're facing a Mets team that, even though the starting pitching is really good, I don't even know who's starting for the Mets tonight, to be completely fair. But Trey Turner just continues to get singles, and then when he hits the ball hard is when he's turning on it. He's got an inside-out approach right now at the plate, just trying to slap things to right center and up the middle. That usually leads to really, really good hits. And then when he gets on one, he just turns on one and he takes a beat. That's fine. He gets one and he turns on it and then he ropes it over the fence. He's at Citizens Bank where he hits insanely at the bank. And he's hitting around 300. I want to say he might be over 300 now after yesterday's
I can
game.
tell you right now, actually.
He's either at 299 or 300.
And
He
David
is at
Peterson's pitching for the Mets,
290,
by the way.
298.
298. Okay, so he did
Yeah.
go over yesterday, I think. He had a bad game, but normally when he goes over, he gets the hit. He doesn't really have two games where he doesn't get a hit. So another good reason to take Trey today.
Yeah,
And
I love it.
David Peterson is pitching for the Mets, by the way.
Oh, Peterson. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a guaranteed hit. Lock it up. First at bat, Trey Turner, rope, right center field. You're gonna take it opposite way. Right center field.
I love all of that.
Shout out to the chat, by
Okay.
the way. We have over 100 people in the live.
Yeah, love that.
Do we?
Yeah, we did when I looked a minute ago.
Unbelievable. Shout out. You know what? We have the best fans in the world, and we want to hear more from you. I totally get it. There are times when I go into a live, show, and I'm not participating in the chat, so I get it. But we would love to hear from you. You can always DM us if you want to get on the show. CJ says it all the time. I'll say it now. We'll vet your video as long as it's nothing crazy. And you could always get
But
on
we've
the
seen some
show.
crazy things on the show, to be clear. So, like, you've got a
This
lot
is
of
That's fair.
on those videos.
this is fair. This is, and I don't know who you're talking about, but that's totally fair.
10
You have
degrees is
no.
all I'm saying. 10 degrees is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about, but I'm sure you're correct. But anyway, moving on. Brendan Donovan. Look, he's been a little banged up this month, but he's still, in my opinion, the best second baseman in the game to this point this year, or at least one of them. And he's still hitting 312, which is good for 10th in the majors. Um, I don't know. Like, he's just one of those scrappy dudes. Like I don't know. And I know the Cardinals bias. I know I'm wearing a Cardinals hat, even though if you can't tell. Um,
Toasted Cardinals hat, by the way.
I, I get it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't know how much I appreciate that. Uh, that caught me
The
off
only thing that
guard.
would make it
Sorry.
better if it wasn't an STL
In
and just had a
fairness,
T on it, but yeah, I mean, that's not
in fairness to you, Pat, when it comes to hometown cooking, this is the one that I can get behind always.
I love that. I
So
love that. And by the way, and I would like both of you to comment on this really quickly. Um, I have been positive Cardinals fan since I said I was going to be, and
you have been. I'll give you that.
haven't wavered at all. I've been and I'm going to be. I don't even care if they trade Nolan Arenado. I've been positive Cardinals fan because you know what? Life's too short to be all negative about stuff like that. So I hope you guys can agree with that.
Where did we take it off at? Where?
No, I don't know what CJ's talking
You've
about.
definitely been more positive than I thought you would be. I
Oh.
definitely thought I was going to see more roller coaster rides this year.
Yeah, no, that's it. I'm
Like, I'm
smooth
seeing more
sailing,
roller
baby.
coaster rides at Busch Gardens than I'm seeing you, and that's normally not the thing.
I love you
No.
guys so much. And then last but not least, this is actually CJ's guy too, Jacob Wilson. So again, I took two out of the four guys in this list are in the top four of hits. Jacob Wilson, 102 hits. He's been a revelation for the Sacramento Athletics or whatever the hell they're calling themselves these days. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we need to really get on that. It's just he seems like he's good. I mean, 102 hit. Aaron Judge with 104 is the only one above him. So
Jacob Wilson is my AL Rookie of the Year so far.
and
I agree.
exactly. So I mean, and 249. I know it's five guys to get a hit. Shout out five guys. Maybe go get five guys. No free ads. But it's five guys to get a hit. And 249. You're going to get that around on the sportsbook of choice. I don't know. Maybe Rob, if you put that in, you might get it at a different one now. CJ, you too, but you're gonna get it right around 250. So why don't you ride just only hits. All we're asking for is hits. That's it.
If you want to go deeper, on that, you can also take Gavin Sheets is on a 12-game hitting streak. If you want to go ahead and throw him in there too, that's a solid pick.
I might have to do that.
And Josh Naylor is on a 10-game
What?
hitting streak, and he's hitting like
What?
400.
Now you know we have to go rebet this, dude.
Why you gotta do this to me?
These are alternates. I'm not saying you have to bet. I'm just saying they're alternates.
No, but if somebody says a bet on the show, I'm going to bet it
I know, because you're a G-Gen, just like myself, but that's fine. Yeah,
responsibly.
Yeah. Also, Luis Garcia Jr. is on a 10-game hitting streak as well. So.
Okay, no more people. No more people.
Christian Yelich has a 5-game.
No. Shush. I'm gonna mute. I'll mute you. I will mute you. No, no more. Okay. Let's move on, fellas. But it is the green thing next. Before I actually, well, I'm gonna bring the green thing up, and then I'm gonna have CJ. You give your picks because I know you might need to go soon, and then we'll bring up the because obviously I didn't put your picks on the sheet, but you could
Yeah, you're
just
good.
tell people. Yeah, you could just tell the people what's going on. Let me remove this so I could be responsible. All right, it is the green thing. It is our favorite segment. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, look at him. Rob's ready. You're just like CJ yesterday. He was very minimal effort, but it was still perfect. So it is green, ladies and gentlemen. It is the felt. Bang! Look at that. It's so easy. Shout out Kel. I miss him, but it's so easy. There it is. So before I bring up myself or Rob's picks, uh, our CJ will tell us verbally what his tabletop picks are if
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can.
I'm still here. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Y'all just can't see me, which is fine. Apparently the Suns are trading Durant for the Rockets. By the way, that's a new development
What? Did that just
to me,
happen?
at least. 18 minutes ago, apparently.
Oh my
Um,
goodness! I did
but
not.
yeah,
Wow!
something dropped.
Breaking news!
Breaking news on just the BetSlips today. Um,
Wow! Wow!
let's see here.
Good for Durant.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is good for Durant, but I still don't think it's going to work out. Let me go ahead and take. Oh man, that's a tough one. Let me go ahead and take Blue Jays money line with. Just got to figure out who's pitching for the Blue Jays because I like the money line so
Bassett.
Bassett.
much. I just got to figure out what
Bassett is.
strikeouts I like.
Yep.
Is it
We
Bassett?
all know
Okay,
that.
five
Yeah,
plus
we all
Ks
know
for
that. Yeah.
Bassett. Yeah, 5+ Ks for
Yep.
Bassett in the Blue Jays money line. That's an easy one. I figured it was Bassett on Sunday.
You see me, Rob? It's unbelievable.
Let's see here. I have to bet the bet that I made on the podcast, which is Andrew Abbott, um,
Boo.
5+ in the Reds money line. I
Did
don't
you
think
see?
the
Did
Reds
you
are.
see what I posted in the group though?
I know Brendan Donovan owns Andrew Abbott. That's
No,
fine.
no,
He gets paid.
Arenado owns him.
Or either way, it's fine.
That's fine.
Andrew Abbott's still going to end up with 5 Ks and a win, so I'm in on that. And then here's
So I think about that.
this. This is one that probably not a fan favorite at home. To be very clear, especially because the odds are against. But give me Colin Ray under 5 Ks. I think his line's at 4.5. Let me get the under on that. Logan Gilbert's over, but give me the Cubs to win.
Oh, okay.
Colin Ray's
I like that
under,
one.
whatever that ends up being. Logan Gilbert's over, but I'm still going to take the Cubs to win.
I like that one. That's not bad at all.
That's me.
All right, love it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm out of here,
and
guys.
and all right, man.
We'll talk soon.
Enjoy.
Thanks,
All
everybody.
right.
Tune in. Later.
See ya.
We'll talk to you later. See you, man.
Yep. Peace.
Shout out. By the way, you were absolutely correct. We've got over 100 watching, and
Yep.
we appreciate it, man. That we really do. Didn't think we would get that high on a Sunday, but here we are. But that being said, why don't we get to? I don't know who's going to be first, so hopefully I got the transitions right.
That's all right.
Oh, it's you. Okay, go ahead.
All right. All right. Well, we already know I got Chris Bassett 5+ strikeouts. He's done this in 6 of 9, but he's going against a White Sox team that strikes out 23.8% of the time. That puts them ranked 26 in the Major League Baseball. They strike out a lot. The White Sox have also only won 1 game in their last 10. They are struggling. So I like the White Sox money line as well. Shohei Ohtani pitching for the second time today. So his last outing, his first pitching, he went 1 inning. His under was 1.5. He got 0 strikeouts. Everybody locked that in and got guaranteed money. I don't think he gets past 2 innings today. I think they have him on a 30 pitch count. So unless he strikes out the side to start the game, I think we're nailing this under. I might be betting this pretty hard. I'm not going to lie off the show. But for the parlay, we're going to throw in Dodgers money line. I feel really good about the Dodgers. It's just They already lost one of their games in this series, and they're not gonna lose again. I mean, I just feel really good. So it's at plus 315 without the boost. We don't know how. I got 100% boost. I think I know how, but I got 100% boost. So I've got it at 6 plus 630. So I could go 524, 630 back to back. My month is going to be a very different looking month. But and I'm gonna on my final call later. I also have a plus 500 and a plus 400. I'm throw out to y'all.
Oh, love it. Love that.
That's not from the tabletop. But
love that.
Yes.
Love that.
So I feel good about this one. I kept it small on purpose. This one's not exactly a performance double because yeah, exactly. And even at plus 315, I love this, but the 630 makes this phenomenal.
Oh.
I would have stuck with it even without the boost, but I love the fact that I have the boost. And technically, the second one's not a performance double because it's going against the Dodger pitcher. But I can't remember what he called that. I think he called it a reverse PD or something.
Reverse PD? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But so I feel really good about this one, and I really think we're gonna hit this one. And I'm gonna be plus units after being minus like 13 to start them up.
Ah, man, we've been in lockstep all show, but except for that show. Hey, Bet. You'll see in a second. Yeah. But I mean, hey, you know what? I've been horrible all month, so maybe just ride your bet instead of mine. But yeah, man. I mean, I threw up my arms when he said Bassett Toronto because we all have that, so it's very funny. Made me laugh.
Somehow I knew that was going to be his favorite.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get to mine. I think I spelled Bassett's name wrong, but that's whatever. Yeah, there is my bets, as you can see. As we talked about on the underdog parlay, or excuse me, underdog slip. I'm riding the Pacers money line. That's what's going on my sheet. That's what's going on my record if it happens. And I also have this plus 7, which, you know what? I might just throw that on my sheet too, just in case. And I don't think anybody would bat an eye at it. And then to pair that with the Indiana theme, give me Caitlin Clark, the for whatever reason, the biggest villain. Even though she's not, she's the only reason why people care about the WNBA right now. 25 plus points, which I'm not going to watch it. And I said this yesterday. I'm not going to watch that game, but I'll pay attention. And that's actually another thing that I'll ask you this for kind of a final call. I don't always watch all the games that I bet on. Most of the time, I'll at least be tracking it. Like I think this CraftSings. There's like a feature you can click on that it'll track on your home screen for you. So like I'll do that. I'm not always watching. I mean, I don't have time to just watch all these. I don't even know how to watch WNBA if I'm being honest. But 25 plus 180. That just seems like she's a baller. So especially coming back from injury. So and then I have as you can see. This is not a parlay. These are all individual strikeout bets. I have Jesus Lizardo, 6 plus Ks. I'm sure I kind of wish I had asked CJ about that, but minus 145. I am on the opposite of you with Ohtani. I think he's going to ramp, but he only pitched the 1 inning the last time. If he goes 2 or even 3 innings, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen, he's going to get 3 strikeouts. It's just. He was throwing 100 miles an hour, and he just came back. But if he doesn't go 3 innings, then I think your bet is looking very good. But I got that at plus 130. It's just I see 3 strikeouts for Ohtani, and my brain just goes, duh. But I know that he hasn't been pitching, and so maybe again. I might be wrong. I've been bad this month, so.
If it makes you feel any better, it's hard to bet the under on this. This is not an easy bet to make.
No.
I just think don't.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's not necessarily an innings count. I think there's a pitch count. And he threw 28 pitches in that first inning the last game.
Yep.
I don't think they want him going. And the most important thing is he said he was sore after throwing 28 pitches. So
I wish I knew that, but
I don't think they want him to go past 30 pitches. Now, if he's efficient and he can get through these innings with 15 pitches, then he can go 2 innings, and it's possible. And the Nationals do strike out a lot. So I'm banking on the fact that he's not going past 2 innings.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the gamble that we make, right? And
Right.
and you know, I respect the reasoning
But
behind yours, and I think you
but it
should
is
respect the
possible.
reasoning behind mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very possible for
yeah.
him to get to 3.
Especially the plus 130. I saw that and I was like, yeah,
Right.
let's go.
Yeah.
Um, I Ryan Gusto. This okay. Look, I've been trying to come with stats. I've been trying. I'm not very good at it. But let me bring up some stats for you about this man, Mr. Gusto. So this is the guy who is actually pitching against the Angels, not the Dodgers. I was about to say the Dodgers. He is pitching against the Angels. He is. I will tell you in just 1 second. I had it pulled up before. Um, he has had 4 appearances. Excuse me, 5 appearances, and he's struck out 6, 4, 3, in his last 2, 7, and 8. And it was a no decision, but he again plays for the Astros, who but I'm not. I didn't do a performance double. I just need him to get 5 strikeouts, and
Okay.
he averages about 5. I think if you average it out, it's right around 6. So I looked at that, and it's. I mean, look at the odds, minus 185. Like that's a strategy I've employed. Rob is I can't be the plus guy. I have to stop being only pluses.
Yeah.
So give me. I have to have, and this is well within our rules. Again, for those that don't know, we cannot have a bet that is minus 250 or higher. So minus 185 is well in the rules. Um, this seems like a no brainer. And you know what? If you want to throw it in a parlay with another guy like Lazardo or whoever, go ahead. Like I implore you to do that. But I have all these as single individual bets. And last but not least, um, I threw Bassett to 6 instead of 5, and as you can see there, Vegas is confident that Mr. Bassett will get right around there. So, and then Cardinals. I mean, which I've been doing again. Homer, shout out the hat. I love that. CJ told me it was a cool hat. Um, Donovan 2+ total bases, which I should have done yesterday, but he didn't get it yesterday, but definitely a safe bet most of the time. Minus 115. Nolan Arenado, as you know what, and I actually want to bring that stat up. So give me 1 second because I really want to find this Nolan Arenado stat. I think I can find it really quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. Okay. In 16 plate appearances against, see, this is Statty Pat. Uh, in 16 plate appearances against Andrew Abbott, Nolan Arenado has a career 467 batting average, 500 OBP, and 867 slugging. So, ipso facto, Nolan Arenado just owns this guy. And not only that, he's hot. Arenado is on fuego right now. Um, so give me, I. This is a risk. This is a risk, but give me just I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna root for it. Give me a Nolan Arenado home run, and you know what? Like you said with your parlays, if that hits, my units are gonna be looking a little bit better. And then last but not least, just Cardinals sweep 6 in a row. Let's go. Plus 101. I can't believe that they are underdogs at home. Probably should I could have put that on the underdog slip, but um, give me the Cardinals to win the ball game and sweep the Reds because the Reds are 50 and 102. The Reds haven't won a series in St. Louis since 2008. The Cardinals own the Cincinnati Reds when they play in St. Louis. And you know what? People think that the Cubs are the biggest Cardinals rival. Shout out to Kel. No, I dislike. I don't hate any teams. I don't like to use the H word, the hate word. I dislike the Reds more than I dislike the Cubs, and so Cardinal fans might think that's sacrilegious, but why would I dislike the Cubs? They were losers for over 100 years. Why do I dislike the Reds? Because they're, for lack of a better term, I'm not going to use the A word. I'll just say that they're buttholes. They're. You know what? I'm going to say it. I can say it. they're assholes.
Yep.
And that's what I have to say about that. So, oh, what do you
I
what do you
want
got?
you to see something. I want you to see something. I don't know if you can see it. I just parlayed all three of those St. Louis bets together at
No
plus
way.
1,200.
Did
Yes.
you?
Yes.
No.
I got
Why do you have to do this to me?
plus
You know
1,200.
I bet now.
Today is the day that I'm riding with you, not against you.
Oh,
I picked the Pacers to ride with you. I am riding this parlay with you.
oh, I love
If
you,
you want,
man.
if you want to bet it, it's plus 1,200. But
I'm gonna do it right
I,
now. I'm doing it right now.
because
You
why
kidding me?
not? Why not? What's the worst thing gonna happen?
The worst that can happen is we responsibly bet, and
That's right.
yeah. And thank you, man. You're the I like. We do good shows together, man.
I'm
I
trying.
think I
I'm
know.
trying. I know how you feel being down, so I'm trying to ride with you. We're gonna get positive vibes going and turn this around.
Let's get the vibes. Let's get the vibes going. I appreciate that. That's what we need. We need the vibe. Okay, so that was Nolan home run, Brendan Donovan total bases,
And the Cardinals money
and
line.
Cardinals money line. Let's see what I think Nolan's just went. Oh, and now they're minus 108, and I got them at plus 101. Oh yeah, plus 1200. Same
Yep.
exact bet.
There you go.
Let's go. That's what a way to end it. Should we do final call and then records, or should we do records and then final call? I don't know how we usually do it.
We can do final call for. Well, no, go ahead and do put the records up, and then we'll do our final call while the records are up.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Okay, so here we go. It is the unfortunate records. Bang. Um, I started to get back, but then I lost. I didn't do very well yesterday. So, but as you can see, we've got CJ who's having a heck of a month, even though
That's
he's
crazy.
right. Even though he's got the negative record, he's 17-4. That's crazy. Good for him. Maybe he can pay for some back surgery if he needs it with
Yeah,
those
right.
units. Obviously, we haven't excuse me, we haven't heard from Tommy Stats in a minute. We hope he's doing okay too, but he's still had a solid month with his 18 bets there. I meant to make this bigger because I can't even see it, but Rico Suave down 7-9 to 276, and then you 3-16 also 276, which is wild to me. Like the disparity in the records, but then the amount of units is just wild.
In fairness, if I was betting singles, that would be something like
What I'm at.
like my wins would be like 70 to 80% higher than my losses. But I'd only be up by like 5 units.
It's so ridiculous. I cannot wait for CJ to see that because I just think that just made me laugh so much when I was putting in the numbers. I was like, what? Like, how does this even happen?
Well, here's the thing: is when I hit today, I'm going to be 4-17, and I'm going to be up 4 units.
I was gonna say you're gonna be right around Tom. You're gonna be right around Tommy's stats. Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously Kel 8-17. He's at 9-16 still, and hopefully we'll see him soon. And then yes, there I am. There I am. That's all I got to say about that. So hopefully we hit some bets today. And I'm putting that parlay in the sheet because if that does hit, then
save you. Yeah, save you.
Yeah, we're back. We're back, baby. As you can see, 750 Club, we haven't been doing a lot. That'll come back soon. Underdog slate, we obviously have 2 of them technically, so we can get up to 3-7 potentially, or 1-9, or technically we could be 2-8 too. So, and then performance doubles of the day, we got 2 of those today, so hopefully we are increasing that lead. But that is the records. I will remove it for now. We'll do a final call, and then we'll get out of here, and everybody can go watch their sports. So what do you got for us? Hit me with it, brother.
All right, so I'm gonna throw 2 of them out there. This one is plus 473. It's my WNBA bet. So I've got Caitlin Clark 18 plus points. Caitlin Clark 3 plus threes. Jackie Young 3 plus rebounds. Jewel Lloyd 3 plus rebounds. Aja Wilson 3 plus assists, and Jackie Young 3 plus assists.
Can you put this in the chat? please?
Yes, I will send it. And
Okay,
then
okay.
don't feel like you have to bet both of these because
Oh,
I,
I'm
I
going to.
threw that together. I threw that together. I did do research on it. I didn't just put it
Rob,
together without looking. But I know.
Rob,
I'm giving the disclaimer. I understand.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And then the
You
other
know
one's the
I'm gonna
NBA
do it.
bet. The other one's the NBA bet. I went as safe as I could, taking not even caring if it was some of these were minus 500 in this parlay, but I got the parlay up to plus 439. So
Oh
I've got
wow.
Lou Dort 2+3s, Pascal Siakam 6+ rebounds, Jalen Williams 15+ points, Pascal Siakam 15+ points, TJ McConnell 8+points, and SGA 25+points. And that is at plus 439. I think I did use my 20% boost on that to get to that. I think it's plus 330 or something like that before that. There might be a 33% boost. There's some kind of boost that you get with NBA today on Crash Things. But
Yeah, I did.
so
I did see that. Yep, I did
so
see that.
Luke Dort is like 70% hitting 2+3. Siakam has hit 6+ rebounds in every game of the finals. Jalen Williams has hit 15+ points in every game of the finals. Siakam's hit 15+ points in every game of the finals. McConnell's hit 6 or 7 in a row at 8+points. And SGA has hit 25 points in all but one. So like almost all of these would be 100% hit, or close to 100% hit rates. So I took it as safe as I could, throwing as many ends, but still getting uh, a decent plus. And if I hit all of these today, I'm going to be all of my bets today. I'm going to be up about 3,000 units. Let's go. They're not, they're not on my feet. They're not on my feet, but for my overall.
Oh, unbelievable. Oh, I love it, bro. My final call is I had one, but I think I'm just gonna revert back to what I usually do. Let's go Birds for the Lou right there, 6 in a row. They're gonna be 43. They're in a wild card spot right now, and no, you know what? I was about to say something wild. Can I say something hypothetically?
Yeah,
What's that? What do you got there?
I
You
got the
ready?
white out of Alabama hat. That
Let's
was
go.
Alabama.
Oh, roll
Yeah,
tide.
I got the elephant.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for college football. Why do you get you? Not only are you not no, hold on. Not only are you throwing these bets out that I have to do because I just am who I am, but then you're reminding me about college football, and I just like I cannot wait for college. Me and you, by the way, people don't even realize how crazy we're gonna get with NFL and college
Oh
football.
my,
Yeah. Oh,
NFL especially. Geez,
oh,
I
it's
I
gonna
have
be
to
wild.
I have to up my bankroll for NFL because I get a little
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. We gotta get
I'm a,
we gotta start winning bets now. Yeah.
I go beyond the responsible sometimes in NFL. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, no. Okay, hypothetically, I'm not saying this in perpetuity. The Cardinals are going to make the playoffs, but I didn't say that. Okay, so don't you can't hold me to that.
I won't
Um,
hold you to it.
okay, thank you. But the Cardinals are going to win today because the Reds stink and Andrew Abbott stinks, and you know what, CJ. I hope CJ loses that bet because he's going against me. So we're against each other today.
I love the fact, by the way, that Devers' first home run was against the Red Sox.
Oh, dude. What I had him with the hits bet, but I so wish I had just bet home run.
Yeah,
I
why we
I
didn't
like
bet him that first 5 games every day for a home run
I
was
know
I
I
don't
know,
know.
dude. We got almost 200 people. Anyway, all
Yeah,
right. Let's get on out of here, and so we can go enjoy some sports, brother. Thank you so much. What a good show. We love you. We will see you probably tomorrow. Are you available
yeah.
tomorrow? Okay.
I bowl tomorrow night, so I'll probably have to do a video.
Or at least a video. Okay, then no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So it'll probably just be me, CJ show. And we'll have a video from Rob the Parlay Guy because he's the best. And we will see everybody later. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Sunday, the first weekend of summer. Let's have a great day. Let's win some bets. Please put both of those parlays in our group chat. That's what I wanted to say. Final call. Um, can you please quote tweet this show with those two final calls?
Sure. Yeah,
Is
I
that
already
something you
reshared
can
them.
do?
I can do it again with them. I'm sure I can put both of those on there.
Yeah. Just like share them. You know, you can share them in the group chat too, but you could quote tweet the episode and put those in
Yeah.
there, and then so
All right.
I can make sure I bet them.
I got you.
Because I know the Caitlin Clark game that's at 3 o'clock, so we still got time
Yeah.
for that. So yeah, just throw that up there in some shape or form. and so I can degenerately gamble on it. But you're the man, dude. Thank you so much again. This has been Just the BetSlips. You can find us at Just the BetSlips on all of the socials. You can find our podcast, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and we're proudly presented by Fans First Sports Network, which we appreciate very much. But this has been Just the BetSlips, where we bring you one thing and one thing only, and that is the hot
Hot
tips
tips
to help
to help
your
your
bet
bets.
slips responsibly always. Love you, and we will talk to y'all later, bro.
Shout out to
See
all
if I, let me,
163 of you.
unbelievable, right? How did we do that? I have no idea. Let me see if I can
Everybody,
do this
please
right.
follow us on YouTube. We're trying to build that up, and you can find our podcast a lot of times streaming live on there. Please go check our YouTube.
That's why you're the best in the business. All right. We'll see everybody later. Have a great day. If I could do this right, let's see. I don't know if I can do this right. Bang, and then there it is. Love y'all. Everybody have a great day. Peace, 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 peace. Shout out CJ. I hope his back holds up.